What's going on? We back with another video, man. Probably the last one for the day. Ready to get on this Golden State Warriors Cleveland high. Watch this game, get ready a couple hours before the kickoff. Everybody on Facebook, man, like us on YouTube and check us out on Instagram. We about to really get the Instagram thing picked up, and for people on Facebook who don't subscribe to us on YouTube, please do. But we dropped a video about Virgil Hunter under fire today. Obviously, we dropped the one about black fighters and the envy turning into hate. We just dropped one about Mikey Garcia telling people the inner workings on how net works and why big fights don't work. So check out that video. I didn't drop the Virgil and the Mikey Garcia piece on Facebook. It's just on YouTube exclusive. And shout out to Fight Hype for that Mikey Garcia interview as well. But we back. I'm talking about Deontay Wilder, firing back off at Johnny Nelson, former boxer as well. Johnny Nelson is a guy that I think is great on TV. Most definitely is. I like his commentary. I like his like the way he interjects and his delivery and his analysis, his synopsis, whatever you want to call it. I enjoy him. I enjoy all those guys, especially on Box Nation. Shout out to them. I love that team. I think that's one of the best boxing teams in the business. In my opinion, I watch a lot of Box Nation streams. For sure. But Deontay Wilder did fire back. He said his mans came to him and put him on game, talking about Johnny Nelson is talking about you got stopped by Klitschko and sparring 3 times or whatever shit it was. I talked about it in another video. Go check it out. I dropped it a couple days ago. And Wilder said it just don't make sense. He said, I've been in a camp with Klitschko one time. He said, and basically that never happened. He said we sparred 50 rounds. I was the lead sparring partner, and I sparred 50 rounds with him. You think I got knocked out cold? He said I don't know why he over here, basically spreading the rise. You know what I mean? He was real irate, and it seemed real genuine that this was some bullshit that he was saying. Because Johnny Nelson, if you ain't heard or seen the video that I did on, or videos that people did on it, or the interview, he said that Klitschko stopped him twice to the head cold and stopped him to the body. He said, nigga, Klitschko ain't threw a fucking body shot in 11 fucking years, which was one of my gripes with the interview. Because I was like, Klitschko stopping somebody with a body shot. I said, this motherfucker, I ain't seen him throw a body shot in a fight for forever. A meaningful one. If he throw one, it's a pity pat, body shot. I said, him stopping Wilder with a body shot. I said it just didn't add up to me. I just sat there and just thought about it. You just lay there or sit there and just something hit you. You like, what? This don't add up. And he pretty much fired back and said, all those accusations was false. And pretty much, man, it just sounds like they're trying to protect Joshua away from Deontay Wilder. For whatever reason, popular opinion is, Joshua wipes the floor with Wilder. America, UK, Australia, Indonesia, Antarctica, California, Hawaii, Antarctica, whatever the fuck you go. That's popular belief. But it's basically something that they know about Anthony Joshua that they don't feel comfortable with putting them in there with a Wilder or Ortiz, which I did an interview on. I did a video on Ortiz, several of them, and it's something they don't feel comfortable with. If you're the best, you fight the best. And Wilder's been calling out for that fight. And basically Johnny Nelson is saying that he'd rather see him fight a steroid abuser and Alexander Povetkin before he tries his luck at Deontay Wilder, or he'd rather see him fight Povetkin or I forget the other name that he did say. It was Povetkin, or did he say Puev? I think Puev or Povetkin. No, he said Joe Parker, I think he said, and Povetkin. And it just don't add up. They're not saying Ortiz's name. They're not saying Wilder's name, because they know Joshua ain't as good as they is pumping him up to be. Not yet. He got dropped by old ass Klitschko and all that shit. He said, and Deontay Wilder goes on to say, Tyson Fury already beat Wladimir Klitschko already. Basically, Joshua ain't did shit new. He said, I'd be scared of Tyson Fury then, because he beat him first and he beat him more impressively. And that's definitely true. For Johnny Nelson telling these lies, talking about he was there, and Wilder said that motherfucker wasn't there. And, they trying to protect Anthony Joshua. That's all it is. Media controls the audience, and people buying and believing into bullshit. And I reported and I sat back and listened. A lot of shit didn't add up. They know Anthony Joshua is not all that. What they perceive to be. That's their hot ticket in boxing right now. That's their trump card. with Kell Brook going down, Carl Fry stepping out, no Joe Calzaghe, Ricky Hatton is passing, Mir Khan getting knocked out. Ricky Burns getting his ass beat every other weekend. Joshua's their trump card. He's the one where they can be like, oh yeah, this is our first, pound for pound champion that's rolled in the boxing world and forever, or if ever. But he's not fighting against the best competition. He promised Ortiz a fight, and he's running from him. They're trying to protect him. He's not as good as people think he is. Now they're trying to tell lies through the media to protect him from Deontay Wilder because they know Deontay Wilder is a real threat and he can knock him out. However you believe, if Deontay Wilder's been calling out for 8-9 months, any sanctioning body will let them step aside and fight because it's a unification bout and it's more money in their pocket. But at the end of the day, they're scared for that boy Joshua, in my opinion. But it is.